Let's talk about the time that you might qualify for hospice, but palliative actually could be the better answer. Hi, I'm Chelsea, the palliative PA, and I had someone reach out to me about this saying, like, hey, we were put on hospice immediately as soon as we got this cancer diagnosis, but I feel like it just wasn't the right time. Could you talk about this? And I feel like this is such an important thing to talk about because a lot of times, whenever someone gets a stage 4 cancer diagnosis, for example, pancreatic cancer, if you get a stage 4 pancreatic cancer diagnosis, you immediately qualify for hospice, meaning that the prognosis is poor enough that you qualify. And if you want to sign on to hospice today, by all means, you can. But that doesn't mean it's always the right thing to do. Because, for example, the person that reached out to me said, hey, my mom kind of wanted to continue all of her other medical care, but they just signed her on to hospice right away. So there probably should have been a middle ground to talk about palliative care. So palliative can absolutely be a perfect middle ground until someone is ready to sign on to hospice. And why that is, so whenever you sign on to hospice, you essentially kind of forego all of your other traditional medical care. So you're saying, I don't want any other screenings. I don't want any other lab testing done. I don't really want to go back to the hospital, even if something changes or worsens. I just want to focus on comfort and quality of life at home and treat symptoms as they arise, treat everything symptomatically, essentially. So for someone who says, I'm not quite there, even though I know I have this really poor prognosis or really serious diagnosis, then palliative can be that middle ground where you can absolutely continue to follow your PCP, continue your regular lab testing, continue to go back to the hospital when something comes up, and also have someone being palliative who helps you focus on comfort and quality of life, treats your symptoms as they come up, talks to you about extra resources, extra equipment that you might need at home. We can do all of those things. But also can appropriately say when the right time for hospice is and have those discussions and kind of be your guide in that situation. So this was an awesome question, definitely worth bringing up because sometimes even if you do qualify for hospice, it might not be the right time just yet for you. And that's really what matters. So let me know if you have extra questions about this topic, and I think this was a great one to talk about.